on Facebook Live already.
I did not
Say
get
good
my
morning.
hair today, Kristin. Sorry.
All right, we're getting fired up. Getting full behind the scenes today. We've got our microphones all set up. We've got Jen going. Good morning, everybody. It's Tuesday. Got our intro music playing.
Okay, I'm going to take you guys' picture. Smile.
All right. Hi. Good morning, everybody. It's Nicole Mangina with Windermere Real Estate, and this is the 425 Show, your place to be for all things real estate and lifestyle related here on the East Side, because buying and selling real estate is about so much more than bedrooms and baths. It's about the people, the businesses, the places, all of that that creates the community that's ultimately the backdrop for our lives. I gotta tell you guys, thank you for joining us today. Thank you for tuning in. June is a crazy month. So if you have made time to listen to today's show, know that I appreciate you immensely. We were just talking about it before the show. You know, we're shifting into summer, right? The days are getting longer. The real estate market's hopping, and the kids are getting ready to get out of school. So there's all that shift in the end of school activities. We've got promotion ceremonies and field day and this and that. And I have to admit, I was getting Ryan, our youngest, ready for school, making his lunch today. And I thought, you know, maybe we should just blow off the rest of the year. I don't know that I have the energy to get this kid out the door every day. But of course, this is all the fun stuff. You got to go to school right now. So I am happy to be here. This has become one of my favorite parts of my whole week, and actually one of the calmest. We've got Benny, our awesome producer.
Morning.
Good morning, Benny. Hi. And our awesome guest today, Kristin Shea.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for making the time. Kristin and I was trying to figure out how long we've known each other.
Probably like maybe 7 years, 8 years?
Yeah,
maybe?
7, 8 years.
Give or take?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kristin is with Gem Salons in Kirkland, actually in Caroline Point. Kristin cuts and colors my hair. So needless to say, we know each other very well. We see each other a lot.
Yes.
Especially as a brunette with more gray hair than I care to admit. It doesn't really blend in when it grows out. So yeah, Kristin and I see each other on a very regular basis. And I'm excited to have you here today.
Me too.
Yeah. So I'm always curious how people end up doing what they do. How did you end up doing hair?
Well,
What got you into that?
It's funny looking back on it because it wasn't something I thought I was like, oh my gosh, I'm born to be a hairdresser.
Right. Same with real estate. Nobody grows up and says, you know, at
Right.
5 years old, when I'm, you know, an adult, I want to be a real estate agent.
Exactly.
I totally relate to that.
So, but looking back, like when I played with my Barbies as a kid, all of them had a bob.
Oh,
They
nice.
would go from that super, super long hair, they all had a bob, and I took those Crayola washable markers and would like streak their hair red or blue or
Love
whatever.
it.
So, yeah, instead of me playing, you know, Barbies, like normal
like
kids,
acting out different life scenarios.
I
You
would
just
sit
want to like give
in
them
the
good hair.
bathroom because it was clean, you know, with the
Okay.
markers. My mom was like, do not get that everywhere.
Right.
And then I, you know, could wash it all out, shampoo their hair, and start all over again. So I did that.
Love it.
So looking back, that's kind of like, oh, maybe I did always want to do this, and I didn't know it.
Right.
So, you know, I mean, I went to community college for a little bit and was just like, meh.
Yeah, not your thing.
No, it wasn't. So then I was like, you know, I want to go to school for something specific and study something specific. And I always got in trouble for chatting in school and, you know, not paying attention or whatever. So I was like, well, you know what? I had a girlfriend who went to beauty school. I think she had like Running Start or something. And I was like, that looks like so much fun.
Yeah.
I thought, well, it's a year.
Yeah.
If I don't like it, I have a skill to take me through my next adventure. So, yeah, I went to beauty school at Jean Rez and then continued on with their, you specialize there, so I continued on with their cutting, like grad program, if you will,
I love
education.
it. Yeah.
Graduated from there, and then I worked in Redmond at their salon for about like 5.5 years or something, and then left to kind of start my own adventure of renting a chair and taking on the business side that they took care of.
Yeah.
So that's been a big learning experience and
I
a
bet.
good adventure.
Yeah, well,
it's fun.
I mean, you're doing great at it. Like I said,
Thank
we've
you.
been together for 7 years. I've followed you to different salons.
Thank you.
And I know. No, I'm stalking. You're stuck with me.
I'm okay with that.
I sold you your house. I know where you live.
This is true. You do.
So you're cutting my hair no matter what.
Show up at my door.
I know. And Jem, and we will have all of this on the webpage after the show. You can always go to NicoleMangina.com/podcast, and we will have your contact information for Jem. I love it in Kirkland, close to my house, so that makes it super
Yeah.
easy. But it's Caroline Point, which used to be downtown Kirkland, and like I said, I will follow you anywhere, but the traffic and the parking gets a little nutty. This is great. You pull in, there's a nice parking garage, there's no traffic to get there, it's right on the water. So
Validated parking
yeah,
for 2 hours,
it's
which
awesome.
people love, because, you know, if you get a haircut, then you can either go get lunch or, you know, grab a Starbucks and go walk on the dock.
Yeah, it's
Great.
awesome.
Yeah,
Cool.
I love being down there.
Yeah,
I
what's
really
your
do.
favorite part about doing hair?
Probably, I mean, the obvious of making people feel good about themselves. It's very rewarding when someone leaves being like, oh my gosh, this is exactly what I wanted. I love it.
Yeah.
But the interaction with people, I learn so much from everyone every single day that I
Yes.
feel like every day I'm coming home with this like wealth of knowledge about random stuff that I probably wouldn't even look into myself. So everyone comes from a different walk of life, and
Yeah, it is
I
fascinating.
love hearing people's stories, as you probably do with your business.
Exactly. Same in real estate, and something I'm always grateful for. I get to talk to people and find out about people and things that otherwise, you know, I never would have before.
Yeah.
So it's cool.
Yeah,
Very fun.
for sure.
Awesome. And now you're from this area, right?
Hmm.
Born and raised.
I was not born here.
Okay.
I moved here from Hong Kong.
Oh my gosh.
I was born
That's
in Chicago.
amazing.
Long story short, born in Chicago, moved around a little bit, and then moved back here from Hong Kong. And I've been here since '89. So it's
Awesome.
home. It's
Okay,
home.
same. That's actually when we moved here too.
Oh, really?
Look at that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I learned something new about Kristin today. And you moved to Redmond, right?
I lived in Woodinville off
Okay.
Avondale for a while, and then we moved to pretty much close to downtown Redmond.
Yeah.
So that whole area is home.
Isn't that, yes, and isn't that cool? It's Redmond's my first love. That's where we moved when we got here as well. We actually lived in Heritage Hills, which at that time was Redmond, and it was called the Plateau. Now
Yeah.
it's actually part of Sammamish. Nope. So yeah, Redmond, and I just love that place, and it has changed so much. The
Yeah.
whole Sammamish area, but even downtown Redmond.
Yeah.
It's just been fascinating to watch all of that.
I was, you know, kind of thinking about today, kind of like looking back at when I first moved there, it really was kind of farm country.
It was the sticks.
There was not much there. You know, the Redmond Town Center wasn't there. Fred Meyer, you know, Home Depot was fields with cows in
Yeah.
them, I think.
Absolutely. There was a stop sign. I don't even know that it was a traffic light initially when 520 came into downtown Redmond. Maybe it wasn't a stop sign, but at the most it was a traffic light. It definitely was not the big overpass kind of thing. It was just like, yeah, you came into the country when you rolled into Redmond.
I always say, you know, I remember when the train used to come to town.
Yeah.
Literally, I mean, the train would come and it would go to the feed store where we had horses growing up, so we had...
Yeah.
We'd go like there, and they had all little baby chicks and
Oh,
everything
yeah.
you needed for your farm.
TD Feeds, I remember
Yep.
I used to go there too.
Yeah. So, you know, that was kind of a sad day when that was torn down.
Yeah.
It's like, well, you know, and I just feel like slowly all those cool historical stuff are kind of either becoming something like Molly Moon's ice cream or
I know,
or stuff you
although
would never
I
expect.
kind of like Molly Moon.
Oh,
so.
I do too. I mean, I'm not mad about it. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, it's changed a lot.
It has.
A lot.
But they've got, it's interesting. I think they've done a good job with it, and they've got a lot of great things. You know, so Molly Moon's is there. That's new. But El Toreador, do you guys ever go there?
I have been there, yeah.
That is our all-time favorite family. All of our family dinners are at El Toreador, downtown Redmond. We call it LT's. And actually, Alex, our oldest, went through a nicknaming phase when everybody got a nickname. Everything got a nickname. So he nicknamed it Taco Guys. So now in our house, it's Taco. We go to Taco Guys, which is El Toreador in Redmond, best Mexican food ever.
Yeah.
We love that place. So
It is a good place.
there's a lot of those that are still there, which I think is fun.
Yeah.
So, and it's, you know, it's interesting. I'm watching them build Redmond. They've got, you know, so much development going on downtown. Certainly lots of apartments going up in different buildings and things like that. But they've got some big parks going in too. And I always appreciate parks. It's funny. I never used to really think about parks at all until we had kids, and then you're all about the parks, right? And then even as an adult, right, to realize there's all the trails and all of that kind of
Right.
stuff. So I think Redmond's got some phenomenal parks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, some random ones too, like right in the middle of downtown.
That
think
they're building.
I don't know if they're sculpture parks or what, but
I don't
was
know,
driving
okay.
by and I was like, "What is that? It's just a patch of grass sitting there." And I'm like,
And
It's
they're,
right in the middle of town.
it looks like they're building maybe a little stage. Maybe they're going to have concerts there in the
That'd be
summer.
cool.
I don't know, but I appreciate that it's open space because otherwise that could be one big tunnel, right? So I think the fact that they've got something.
Yeah.
So, and you're a big soccer player, so you've spent a lot of time at Redmond Parks, right?
I have. You know, we always just spend countless hours at 60 Acres in the valley there, and I've been still playing at arena sports, indoor soccer, until actually just recently. So, yeah, there's lots of really great stuff that you just gotta kind of search for, or through kids you'll find.
Well, and it's funny because 60 Acres is a generation. I mean, that thing has been around for forever, right? I remember in high school, everybody played at 60 Acres. Our boys play at 60 Acres. You know, I don't know how long that park has been there, but
I have no idea.
There are so many generations that have come through that place and are still there. And it's great, right? There's this big open field in the middle of you just driving around. It's like, oh my gosh. It's 60 acres of soccer fields. And I love that it's also tied into, you know, that Burt Gilman Trail. I think, is that what they still call it? It's called like 8 different things, I think.
Yeah, the Sammamish River Trail.
The Sammamish River Trail, the Burt Gilman. I don't know. Anyway, it's tied from Marymore Park, and it comes by there, so you can ride your bike there and do all kinds of neat things as well. And then it's really close to downtown Redmond, so you can go get all your treats after the games and stuff like that.
Yeah. So we used to go up to... it was right off Redmond, Windaville Road, where 124th meets, and it's this fabulous dairy farm that was there, and there's a church there now, which is sad. I mean, good for those people, but sad for me, because there was...
We pick ice cream over
totally.
Church.
I do.
Sometimes. The Church of Ice Cream. It's kind of like the Church of Baseball.
It was called Thino's Dairy, and it was so good. And so Thino had his dairy, and then I think his wife's name was Vivian, so she had Vivian's Pride, and that was her ice cream, and we'd go up there, and they had this big plastic... I don't know if it's plastic, but this big metal or plastic cow that all the kids would go and sit on. And,
totally, yeah.
You know, before cell phones, parents would have their actual cameras.
I know.
Taking a picture of their kids on the cow.
It was great. Yeah, totally. Yeah, what are some of your other fun memories of living in Redmond, or things that you love about it?
Well, I mean, the cool thing about the development is I lived in Redmond for so many years, and even as an adult, and I eventually moved to Kirkland because I was like, oh, there's nothing to do here.
Oh, in Redmond?
But now I find myself going back to Redmond for things.
There's a lot.
Where I'm like, well, if this was only,
I know.
5 or 6 years ago.
Darn it.
But it's fine. I mean, it's so close. But I love the concerts at Marymore.
Those are great. I finally went to my first concert there last year. Amazing.
Yeah.
Such a cool, I think it's only 5,000 people, so it's a really small venue.
Like yeah.
They have all those cool food trucks. There's, I think, the Pines Club or something. So it's the open seating, right? You bring your own blankets. But we did the Pines Club where it's over on the side, and it was nice. You had these little Adirondack chairs. They had all kinds of food.
Yeah.
The food was good. The desserts were to die for. It was good that it was dark by then, and people couldn't tell how many times I went back to the dessert table. It was really good. And then they had a little bar in there. You got some drink tickets and stuff like that. But yeah, that was really fun, and they get neat people. I think, John Cougar Mellencamp is who I saw last, which is like a perfect outdoor concert kind of person. Right?
I've seen lots of people there.
Yeah.
And it's never a bad show because I don't know how it works out, but the acoustics are great.
They are.
And you can hear no matter where you're at, and it's small enough that there's not a bad seat in the house.
Right.
So, and they're pretty cheap.
As
far as a concert
very
goes,
reasonable
for
tickets.
the caliber of artists that they get, in
sure.
there. I love it. It's one of my favorite places in the summer to go sit outside. You go early and you're not mad about being there, way before the show.
Right.
Get your glass of wine or beer or whatever and just sit and enjoy.
Well, and it's so close and easy to get to.
Yeah.
Right. Marymore Park is amazing. All of the different things that they've got the concerts. We went to the Teatro Zinzani that was there. They had that space that's there. That was a super fun show. We spent they have baseball fields, so we spent a lot of time there for that.
Right.
They have soccer. They've got the dog park there. Mm-hmm. They have guys playing cricket. There's a cricket field there too.
Yeah.
So I was walking, in between the baseball games. I was just out walking on the trails there, and so it was really. And then all those trails that connect. And now you can go from Marymore Park, the Sammamish River Trail, or whatever the current name is, into Seattle. But you can also from there then hop on that trail that goes all the way around Lake Sammamish, the railroad tracks. So there's miles of trails that you can walk and bike and run on and stuff.
Yeah.
Just right out of Marymore, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I agree. Well, Marymore's changed a lot too.
Yeah,
I mean, going there as a kid, they had where all the turf fields were clay. We used to play soccer on that, and
Oh,
the
really?
ball would be bouncing off of like divots in the clay.
Oh, that's gotta hurt.
Whole new
To
challenge.
I mean,
Yeah, it was-
all this falling and stuff. Because you guys don't wear pads, right? Our boys, they play baseball on clay, and thank goodness they have long pants on, because that stuff.
Yeah,
It's a road
it
rash
was
there.
not. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was not. I mean, when you had to play there, you were like, ugh,
Yeah.
why are we playing that dumb?
Oh.
You know, where now you
Yeah.
go there and you're like, okay, we're playing at Marymore.
Yeah,
Right
no,
on.
it's a fancy park. They've got that velodrome. That it's one of the only ones in the country. So, and in fact, I looked up things on Redmond today, as I knew we were going to chat about that. And Redmond's whole claim to fame is they're the bicycle capital of the Northwest, which is awesome. But what I didn't realize is Derby Days, which is I think it's July 13th and 14th this year. It's their, festival that they do. They have that Derby Days bike race. It's the oldest bike race in the country.
Oh,
I know.
I did not know that.
I don't know. It's on the City of Redmond website, so we're assuming it's true.
Yeah, go figure.
But they do, and you can actually go on the city's website. Again, we'll have it on our website after the show, NicoleMangina.com/podcast. They have all of the bike trail maps for the whole city. You can click on like where to bike parking in downtown Redmond. They have designated parking. You can go on the website and find that. It's pretty cool, right? That they've dedicated so much to that. And you see people out there all the time. They're out riding their bikes and doing all kinds of cool stuff. You can ride it to the Redmond Town Center, too. I love that place.
Yeah.
They have a lot of neat things there.
They
We're
do.
big fans of the iPic movie theater.
That was on my list of things of my favorites. I love that place. I don't go to any of their theater.
You kind of get spoiled, right? With
Totally.
the big fancy
Totally.
seats that recline and the
love it.
blankets and stuff.
It's like, okay, if it's not playing there, I'm probably not going to go see it.
Yeah, for sure.
It's ridiculous, but I love it. Yeah.
It is fun. Well, and I, get spoiled by the convenience of it, because you can go in and you can like pick your time and pre-buy your tickets and then know what seats you're getting and stuff like that. So we love that place.
And the seats are far enough apart that if there's, Chatty Cathy next to you, you
It's
can't
okay.
hear her.
It's not so bad.
So I'm loving that part, because I actually have a girlfriend, a really good girlfriend of mine, love her to death, but she likes to chit-chat during movies.
Oh.
And so
what?
we went with her. A bunch of us went to opening of some movie or whatever, and I was like, you sit over there.
Oh.
And she was chatting up a storm, and I could look over and see her talking, and I'm like, yeah, that looks about right. But she
Well, there you go.
I couldn't hear. I was like,
Perfect.
this is amazing.
I love it.
I love this place even more.
That's funny.
I love her too, for the record. But
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Naming no names.
yeah.
Cool. What else about Redmond do you like?
I think just, it has a good sense of community still, even though
It
for how
does.
large it's grown.
Yes.
Very family oriented, with all the schools. I go up on
Yes.
Education Hill, and I went to Redmond High School, and I go up there now, and I'm like, don't
It's-
even recognize
yeah.
the place, but it's nice to see all the families, and kids still riding their bikes out in their neighborhoods and stuff, because I feel
It's
like
great.
you
Yes.
don't necessarily see that everywhere anymore.
I know. In fact, Redmond is getting, I think they got 3 new schools. They got 2 new elementary schools and a new middle school. They've grown so much in the last couple of years. It's amazing
Yeah.
how much, it's grown. And yeah, it's fascinating. Like you said, you moved here in 89. We did as well. And, Redmond, it was the sticks. Redmond was out there, especially by the time you got up to Sammamish. Right, there was like the Safeway on the north end of Sammamish with a gas station, and then QFC and another gas station on the other end. And
You needed a
It's-
passport to get there.
you sure, yes.
Both places.
But it's grown so much, and it covers Redmond, such a large area. There's the downtown area, but then there's kind of out in that Union Hill, Novelty Hill area. So you've got kind of the city living, and then you've really got a lot of country living in Redmond as well. So I think anytime there's variety like that, I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That all of those areas have grown so much.
Yeah. Well, the borders of Redmond are really strange too, because then you got like part of Overlake, which you think is Bellevue, but
Yes.
that's still Redmond. So you
Yeah,
have
it comes into
all
like
that goes down to
Microsoft area.
Sammamish and then over to Microsoft.
Yeah, it's very different. There's all kinds of different things.
Yeah.
And they have a lot of cool, like I said, they're doing a lot. One of the things I was looking at on their website today is, they have a lot of different art installations there, which are neat. You can see them. I know there's a couple right by the Redmond Town Center. And then in other areas, I think they're doing them in some of the parks and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
Which is great. And there's that whole I think it's the Tolt Pipeline Trail. The kids go mountain biking and stuff. It's kind of out Novelty Hill Road and stuff like that. They love doing that, for sure.
There's lots to do.
Yeah.
You just gotta kind of seek
Yeah.
some things out.
I know. What do you do? Because you're a big hiker and like kayaker and stuff like that. What are some of your favorite 425 things to do on the weekend?
It depends on the weekend and the weather.
Yeah. All right. Let's go sunny weekend.
Sunny
It's
weekend.
gonna be sunny and 80 this weekend. What would you do in the 425?
Well, I mean, I like to get my kayak out. It's at
Yeah.
my dad's house, so he always appreciates it when I get it out from underneath his deck.
Yeah.
And luckily, I can just dip it in Lake Washington right around there.
Oh,
so
nice.
I don't have to like necessarily trek it too
Yeah.
far. But sometimes I'll go up in the mountains with it and
Oh,
go to like Lake
cool.
Cheese. I think that's how you say it.
I say it
Up
wrong
and
all the time.
I know everyone says it differently, so I don't actually know what it's really called. So I've taken it up there, and that's just a nice calm lake.
Uh-huh.
And there's hardly like
Yeah.
not a bunch of motorboats and stuff up there, so
Yeah.
that's nice. I tend not to hike on the weekends because there's everyone else is out there.
Right.
So,
yeah, you can go during the week.
Yeah.
What are some of your favorite hikes to do during the week?
Well, since typically it's just myself and my dog,
Mm-hmm.
I like to go places that I know people are gonna be.
Sure.
Just makes
Yeah.
me feel a little better.
Smart
So,
thing to do.
you know, for a longer hike we did Snow Lake. Not too.
Oh, I haven't done that one in years. That's
Yeah.
a beautiful hike.
It is a good one.
Yeah. I think
but if you
it's
take
like
your dog
6
just
miles.
something like that.
Yeah,
It
it's a
might-
little
if you
bit
go all the
longer.
way down, it might be 8 round
Okay.
trip,
Got
give or
it,
take.
yeah.
But last time I went, there was a lot of avalanche rock, I guess.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Sumo ended up cutting
Slippery.
his little paw,
Oh, poor guy.
but he was fine.
Good. Yeah. Oh, that's a good one.
So-
Thank you for reminding me of that because I'm building my list of hikes to do with the
Yeah.
boys this summer.
It's really pretty, and even I've gone up there where it's foggy and it's still
Yeah.
where it was too muddy at the time. I went in like spring and couldn't get down to the lake without
Yeah.
being covered head to toe, and I didn't want to do that. So I'm like, oh, there's the lake. It's pretty. Let's go back. What else? So I did Lake Serene
Where's that one?
last year. That's off of Highway 2 at the
Okay.
base of Mount Index. My stepmother
Okay.
and I went, and because everyone was like, this is such a fabulous hike. And it is a great hike. It's really pretty. But I thought it was hard.
Okay. Like
Because
steep hard?
you gain quite a bit of
Okay.
elevation in a short amount of time. And we were like, oh, we got this. We're fine. And then we're sitting there like, oh my gosh, where's the top? But once you got there, you were like, okay.
Was
the
it worth
lake
it?
was beautiful. At the time, we probably would have said no because we were so tired. But looking back, I mean, it was a really pretty hike. And we saw some people, a guide with inflatable paddle boards going up.
Oh,
and we were on our way
geez.
down, and I'm like, it's going to be dark by the time
Yeah.
I get back down here. But
And then are people like kayaking and paddleboarding up there? Or?
I didn't see any, so I was kind of surprised to see
All right.
this gal
More motivated
carrying
than
all
we
that.
are.
I know. I was like,
Okay,
oh my
Lake
God.
Serene and Snow Lake. I'm putting those on the list
Yeah.
for where to hike. Okay, rainy day in Seattle. What's your favorite thing to do?
That's probably where I could do like a movie.
Yeah.
Go to iPic. As long as there's something there I want to see.
I know.
What else do I go do? I mean, sometimes those are the days that you just either, maybe go get breakfast in the morning. We like to go to the Commons in
Oh, I
Winterville.
love the Commons.
So we'll go there.
They
Or
have
lot number
great
3 in
food.
Bellevue.
Oh, I have been to breakfast. They do breakfast?
Yeah.
All right. I'll
So
have to
they
check it
have
out.
some good breakfast there. So maybe do that and then just kind of find some indoor stuff to do.
Yeah.
Sometimes those are days that I just get all my stuff done around my house or my
Uh-huh.
errands that I've been maybe putting off.
Yeah. That's fun. Yeah, the Commons is great. There's something about like weekend breakfast. It just feels so relaxing and indulgent and
Yeah.
things like that. Yeah. I know.
I
The
like that
Commons,
place.
do they still have those awesome biscuits? I love biscuits. They used to make great
think
ones.
so.
Yeah.
I think so. They have a lot of really interesting, even like brunch cocktails and stuff. Where
Oh,
I
cool.
mean, I'll do a mimosa here and
Yeah.
there, but when I go there, I'm always looking at this drink menu and I'm like, well, maybe I should get one of these. They look really fancy.
I know. That's awesome.
But yeah, they have really good food. Another place I really like is McMiniman's in Bothell.
I have
I
not been
haven't
there
done
yet.
brunch there, but like I've gone and they have fire pits outside in the courtyard because it's an old
Uh-huh.
elementary or middle school.
Yes, something. A school for sure. I can't
yeah.
remember which one. Yeah.
And you can just go sit out and they have like covered fire pits. So
Yeah.
if it is raining, you can still sit outside if it's warm enough.
Oh, cool.
Um,
I've been to a couple of their properties. I haven't been to the Bothell one, but they're always super fun and kind
yeah,
of funky.
They're
and-
super funky. And
Yeah.
that's what I like
But
about
and
it.
the
is
food's
it's
good though too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I think they do all their own beers and
And I think even their own wines.
ketchup. I think
Oh, they
have
make their own ketchup?
I think so.
Okay. Well,
I mean,
all right.
everything seems to be all in house, which is kind of cool.
I love it.
My sister has stayed there. 'Cause she lives over on the Olympic Peninsula, but she said that all the rooms are different.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
every single room in the hotel portion of it
Uh-huh.
is all funky and painted different colors
All right.
and this and that. And they have a pretty cool Olympic-sized swimming pool.
All right. Oh, fun.
Yeah.
All right.
And a tiki bar above it. So I mean, you can hang out there for hours
That's
and just
very
wander
cool.
around. It's crazy.
All right.
So we like that place.
We'll have to
And
go check it out. Ryan's first day of summer vacation is next Friday, so maybe we'll go have lunch there and
Yeah.
go see what it's all about.
Yeah, they have all kinds of stuff to do there. It's kind of crazy.
Awesome. Cool. Well, thanks for joining us today,
Yeah,
Kristin.
thank you
It's
for
been
having
awesome
me.
having you here. We always finish up the show with a real estate tip. So, or an update on the market. So today's tip, and we'll again have this on the website, NicoleMangina.com/podcast. 10 questions to ask your realtor before you choose them to sell your home. So I'm not going to go through all 10 because that's a long list, but we'll have it on the website with some notes on there. But the first one is, so how long have you been selling real estate? Which is always an interesting question. You know, I've been doing it 22 years, which I think is an advantage. Maybe there's some people out there thinking, geez, maybe she can't get it right. But yeah, she's still trying to figure it out. But, you know, really what you want to look for in an agent, whether you're buying or selling, is an agent that is active in the market. Specifically the market that you want to buy or sell in, because it varies. It varies from area to area and different times of the year. You know, we're in a strong real estate market right now, but there is a 12-month cycle that happens within the overarching, you know, longer term cycle. You know, we've kind of got the decade-long cycle of prices appreciating, but within 12 months, you know, January through December, there's certain times of the year that the market's stronger, certain times when it's a little softer in terms of how many offers you can expect, what kind of things do you need to do to compete as a buyer. And so the most important thing, I think, in order to be successful is that you have an agent who is absolutely on top of that in your specific market and has enough experience, whether that's 1 or 2 years or 20 years, to know the nuances of how the market rolls in each of those months and how that's going to affect whatever it is you've got going. If you have that, you're going to be in really, really good shape. So thank you for joining us this month, I almost said, the month of June. Can you tell? I'm ready for July. Thank you for joining us this week. We will be back next week. And again, we will have Kristin's contact information on our website. I cannot recommend her enough. She's amazing. I did my own hair today, but even when I did it, it came out pretty good. It's a lot of pressure, by the way, to do your own hair when you know you're going to go see the hairdresser.
No judgment. Never.
So thank you for joining us
Thank you
today.
for
I
having
will
me.
be seeing you in just a couple of weeks, if not sooner. And we will see all of you next week. Take care. Bye.
Perfect. Okay.